Hello everyone, my name is Sabina and I'm here to present on the presentation slide for my assignment. So here is the topic, analysis of cash flow statement. And I'm going to talk about income statement on the basis of accrual basis, income and expenses for the period in questions. Cash flow statement consists of cash basis, sources and uses of cash during the period. Now, usefulness of statements. There is number one, feedback value, predictive value, risk assessment, return, and short-term and long-term planning. Let me discuss about major sources and uses. And on the basis of those companies which we have been discussing on our assignment, BHP Limited sources the operating and investment, and whereas the uses on the basis of dividend, that is plants and equipments. And there is another company where Santosh Limited, where your sources will be through customers and the uses will be supplies and employees. Next we have futuristic, sources is customers and uses is supplies. And likewise we've been discussed about that in the basis of trade in cash flow from their operations. So BHP Limited, it's declining trade, and Santosh Limited is declining trade, and same as usual for the other one. Now I'm going to talk about the differences on the basis of their working capital adjustment, non-cash expenses, and non-operating items. So we are going to cover those areas. Now, from the cash from working capital, BHP Limited use the working capital other than cash and cash equipment as source of cash. Other factors affecting cash flow, that is BHP Limited that have buyback of shares, whereas Santosh Limited has repairment of lease liabilities and future. So we have talked about other factors affecting cash flow. Now I like to talk about trends in capex. As we can see, BHP Limited is in increasing trend and Santosh Limited is declining trend, and same as in futuristic. So then whereas talking about trade in dividends, BHP Limited is an increasing and Santosh Limited is also increasing, whereas the futuristic is showing and not showing any result. Then I like to talk about trends in net browsing. BHP Limited is in declining trend, Santosh Limited is also in declining trend, and whereas futuristic is in increasing trend. Now let's talk about trend in working capital account for BHP. So it is an increasing trade, bigger and bigger source of cash. Then let's talk about their financial strength. So in BHP Limited, the operating activity is very strong, and buyback of shares, they have a very good buyback of shares. Then we talking about Santosh Limited, there is positive operating activities and heavy loan repayments. And futuristic, in case of futuristic, there is issues of shares and massive negativity and cash flow from operations. So I like to talk about leading purposes in BHP Limited: strong operational base and risk free. So cash flow statement can give great insight. Thank you so much.